Hey, welcome to the Plaid X2 channel. My name is John, and on this channel we talk about physical media, movies, music, and books. So if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and hit subscribe down below for more of that kind of content. In this video, we're going to talk about all things Criterion. Barnes & Noble is wrapping up their Criterion sale, 50% off all titles, and so I went in big for me and picked up a number of titles. I started collecting Criterion films last summer. I only picked up a few. I'm really brand new to this. I picked up a couple during the year on Amazon, but then I went in big for this sale, and I more than doubled my small collection, but I more than doubled it during this sale. And so in this video, what I want to do is I want to share with you the titles I picked up during this sale. I'll share with you my existing collection previous to this sale, and then also share with you what my wish list is for Criterion films. So anyway, if you're into Criterion films, I'm loving learning about this label and learning about the films on this label and collecting some of these films. So if you're into that, I want to encourage you to stick around for more about Criterion films. So these are the titles I picked up during the Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble this year. Now, I had a list of, I think, 3 titles I wanted to pick up, and then I received some birthday money, which is coming up next month, and but anyway, I received some money, so I bought more than 3. But I had a small list. I knew what I wanted going into it, and then I watched Stephanie at the Movie Chatter channel, and she destroyed my list because she recommended a title that I was like, I have to have that film. And so I went, after she recommended it, I went and watched the trailer, watched some commentary on it, and I was like, I got to have that film. And the film she mentioned, its title, Spine number 331, and it's Late Spring. And so she recommended this film, and she talked about it so beautifully. And so after checking it out, I was like, I gotta have it. It's a relationship between a father and a daughter. I have not watched it yet, just picked it up. But me being a dad of a daughter, that instantly got pulled on the heartstrings, and I was like, I've got to check this film out. So anyway, Stephanie at Movie Chatter, thank you so much for this recommendation. I cannot wait to watch this film. So anyway, this is the first one I picked up in the sale this summer. The next one is Spine number 374. This is a title that I've wanted to pick up for a while now, ever since I learned about it. And so many people speak so highly of it, and that's Bicycle Thieves. This one was actually a little tough for me to find. I found it online originally, and then I went back to get it, and it was gone on Barnes & Noble. And so then I went to the store. They said they had a copy. I went in. It had just sold. And so I had a hard time finding it. Eventually, I did pick it up via Amazon. So anyway, really excited to have this in the collection. I've only heard amazing things about this film. Cannot wait to check it out. The next one I picked up was one that I knew I was going to pick up. This was on the list, and this is Spine number 615, and it is The Gold Rush. I am a huge Charlie Chaplin fan. I think he is absolutely brilliant when it comes to comedy, when it comes to drama, when it comes to writing just beautiful scenes, and then his physical comedy and physical just drama that he portrays physically with no words. I think he's an absolute genius. And so I heard that this was maybe his funniest film, and so I'm glad to have it. I haven't watched it yet, but glad to have it in the collection, The Gold Rush. The next one was one I wanted to pick up as well going into the sale, and also I had a hard time finding this one, and I think I did have to eventually pick this one up on Amazon. And this is Spine number 806, and that is Only Angels Have Wings. Now, I know Cary Grant, people love Cary Grant, and he's a legend, and I've got a bunch of his films, but for me, it's Jean Arthur. She is by far my favorite actress of all time. I think she is absolutely incredible when it comes to drama, when it comes to comedy. She is amazing. So anyway, I really wanted this film, really wanted to check it out, add it to the collection. So really glad to have found that via Amazon during this sale. The next one is Spine number 996, and it is another Chaplin film, The Circus. So again, really huge Charlie Chaplin fan. I just think everything he does is brilliant. I love watching him. I laugh very hard. I get emotional during his films. I think he was a genius. So glad to add this one into the collection. This next one was a late grab for me as the sale was coming to an end, but I really wanted to pick this up. I had only heard amazing things about this one too. And that is Spine 1011, and that is Failsafe. There's a bunch of great actors in this film, but for me, Walter Matthau is a huge selling point, and he is in this film. I love Walter Matthau, and so anyway, was really excited to get this. Henry Fonda is in this film, and I've only heard amazing things about it. Some people have said that they've had a hard time finding this one because it's quite a popular pickup in this sale. So anyway, Failsafe, glad to have that one. And then lastly, this was also at the top of the list. As soon as I heard Criterion was releasing this film, it went to the top of the list of ones I had to pick up. And this is Spine number 1024, Destry Rides Again. Anything with James Stewart, and I am in 100%. I love James Stewart. I have a bunch of his films in my collection. And so when I heard that they were releasing this one, I knew it was going to be one that I would grab right away. And so anyway, I picked it up right away as soon as the sale started. Really glad to have this one in the collection. So friends, those are the ones I picked up during this sale. Let me know in the comments below what you've picked up during this sale. And next what I'll do is I'm going to show you what I've had already in my collection existing prior to this sale. So in this sale, I picked up 7 titles, which I mentioned I more than doubled my collection. That's because going into this sale, I only had 6 Criterion films in my collection. And so anyway, I did more than double the collection. So I started this collection last summer, and this was the very first Criterion film I ever bought. And this is Spine number 221, Ikiru, and this is beautiful. Everything about this film is powerful and beautiful. You will watch this and then question your whole life, why you're doing what you're doing, what you want with your life, what your legacy is going to be, how you spend your days and your hours. This is a powerful, powerful film. I went on a Criterion message board on Facebook, and I put a post out there saying, hey, I'm brand new to this. What is the one film you would recommend I pick up? And this, by a landslide, won in that poll that I should pick this up. So anyway, so glad to have started my Criterion collection with this film. The next one I have in my collection, this is Spine number 306, and this is Le Samurai. I actually found this at a Goodwill for $2. It was in mint condition. I have everything else in the collection is Blu-ray. This is on DVD. I'm okay with that. But anyway, I found this at Goodwill for $2. The booklet's in there. The booklet is mint. The disc is mint. I was really excited to find this one and add this to the collection. And so anyway, Le Samurai. The next one is Spine number 543, and this is Modern Times. Again, Chaplin. I love him. And this is a great, great film. It's meaningful. He writes, there's so much depth to it. There's comedy to it. It's great. It's amazing. I don't know what else I can say about Chaplin. He's unbelievable. And the next one is Spine number 680, and it's City Lights, and it is Charlie Chaplin. Surprise, surprise. This would be in my top 2 favorite Chaplin films of all time. This is so beautiful. The opening scene is hilarious when you're introduced to the tramp. I laughed so hard. The first time I saw this film, I wound it back so I could see that clip again over and over. It's so funny. The story is this beautiful romantic story. It's heartbreaking, incredible. Anyway, City Lights is in my top 2 Chaplin films. The next one is Spine number 799, and this is my all-time favorite Chaplin film, and it is The Kid. I don't know how you could watch this film and not just get like emotionally wrecked. It's such a great film. I laugh so hard in it. I cry in this film. Chaplin is a genius. This is from 1921, and it is just, it's brilliant. If you are afraid of a black and white film, you're afraid of silent films, start with this one. The Kid, 1921, Charlie Chaplin. Start with this one, and it's just absolutely brilliant. So glad to have this in the collection. That was the second Criterion I ever owned. And this one I picked up during this past year, and was one that I had to have. I owned it on DVD years ago and then had sold it and regretted it, but so glad to have it again. And it is Spine number 970. When Criterion announced they were releasing this film, I was so excited. And that is A Face in the Crowd. Andy Griffith's in this, and his performance is unbelievable. I had known him from the Andy Griffith Show, which is maybe my top 1, 2, 3 favorite TV shows of all time. And if you've seen that show and you're expecting that guy, you are not getting that guy in this film. This is the exact opposite of the Andy Griffith that you know from the Andy Griffith Show. This is an unbelievable film. It speaks so powerfully to what we're going through today, culturally, when it comes to people in the media, when it comes to government, to talking heads. This is a powerful, powerful film that I cannot recommend highly enough. So anyway, those were the 6 Criterion films I had in my collection prior to this sale. What are films that you have in your Criterion collection that are kind of like anchor films that you would say, you gotta have this one in your collection if you're gonna collect Criterion films? Please let me know in the comments below. And next, what I wanna do is tell you about what are the Criterion films that are on my wish list for upcoming sales. So now that I'm into Criterion films, I have developed a bit of a wish list. When I first got into them, I first went through on their website all the films they had, and I said, you know, I've got like 5 films that I want to pick up from the Criterion collection. I posted something like that on this Criterion message board, and everybody laughed their heads off, and they said, just wait, that list is going to grow. And it has grown. So anyway, I want to share with you the list I have. The first one is 12 Angry Men from 1957. If you are a Criterion fan, you're saying that's not a surprise. Everybody wants that film or already has that film. Now I do have that one on a non-Criterion DVD release, so I've got it in the collection, but I do want to upgrade that one to Criterion. Anatomy of a Murder, 1959. James Stewart, again, I love him. So I do have that one on a non-Criterion DVD in my collection, but I do want to upgrade that to Criterion. The next one is Clooney Brown, 1946. The next one is The Great Dictator, 1940. No surprise there, you got a Charlie Chaplin once again in his first talkie. The next one is His Girl Friday from 1940. Again, I do have that one on a DVD, non-Criterion DVD release. So I do have it in the collection, but I do want to upgrade it. The next one would be Holiday from 1938. Hopscotch from 1980, that also stars Walter Matthau, which is the selling point for me. I just love the guy. In a Lonely Place, 1950, with Humphrey Bogart. I'm a big Humphrey Bogart fan, so I would love to have that in the collection. It Happened One Night, 1934. The Samurai, which again, I already have on DVD, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm cool with it, but maybe someday I will upgrade that one to the Blu-ray release from Criterion. Limelight, 1952, again, a talkie from Charlie Chaplin. That looks like a brilliant film, and I do want to add that to the collection. Make Way for Tomorrow, 1937, would love to add that one. The Philadelphia Story, 1940, again, James Stewart, Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn. I have that on a DVD release already, non-Criterion, but again, would love to upgrade that to a Criterion release. Wild Strawberries, 1957. That is also a popular title for Criterion collectors. And lastly, Woman of the Year, 1942. I do have that one on a non-Criterion DVD release, but would love to upgrade that one as well to a Criterion release. So anyway, what titles would you recommend that I check out? Ones that maybe, obviously, if you've been listening to the list and watching through this video, I do love older black and white film. But what are some titles that you would recommend to me that I should check out, that anyone who is new to Criterion films should definitely check out? Please do let me know in the comments below. Well, thank you so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. This is my very first Criterion video, and we're really looking forward to sharing what I picked up in this sale, what I already have, and what I'm looking to pick up in the future. Again, if you are a collector of Criterion films, you've been collecting for a while, I would love to hear what you would recommend. So please do leave some comments below to help me as I build my Criterion collection. Thank you so much for checking out this channel. If you did like this video, please do hit like and subscribe if you'd like to for more of this kind of content. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please take care of yourself, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.